You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Game After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Game After Show. You're listening to the AfterBuzz.
Hey, remix.
We have Khaled in the booth tonight. Okay, Phil, I see the way you just remixed that in. How you doing? I'm Brandon London. Welcome to The Game, Season 7, Episode 7, After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Like I said, I'm Brandon London. This episode was called Chardonnay Goes Kissing. Chardonnay Goes Kissing. Already starting off with ratchetness, and she's doing the lady right here to the left doing the sound effects is
me, Megan Thomas, also known as @Meg Scroop on that Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Hey everyone, I am back. I'm excited. I missed a lot last week, but I'd like to give a shout out to my co-hosts. They held it down. Yes. Great interview, great episode. I'm happy that I seen a little, the couple step it up this time. I was getting bored with them. I'm Fallon Mercedes. You can find me at FitWithFallon on Instagram and Twitter and fitwithfallon.com. Brandon.
What's up?
What did you think of this episode?
Oh man, we're gonna start like that. You're gonna ask me first because I just sit here and go crazy right now. But it started off with Chardonnay and Jason Pitts sitting down having a little breakfast
powwow. Yeah,
he made her breakfast. That's that. Every athlete does that. Sorry, or not. I'm not even gonna say athlete. Every guy. That's the sorry. That's the typical sorry. Let me make you breakfast. Usually breakfast in bed or buy her something. That's the sorry
meal.
So he started off with that. Do you think that was a sincere apology or what?
Yeah, he's sorry. He does it. He messed up. He knows he messed up. So now instead of, you can't linger on the past, he's trying to fix it. So I give it to you, Jason Pitts, for trying to fix it. But I don't like how they resolved it.
She wasn't buying it.
She wasn't.
I don't know why women do that.
What?
You're gonna take them. You're gonna take them back. You're gonna love them. You just be mad for a little bit. Let us do our thing. Why be mad? So they get into that back and forth that a lot of couples do. They get into that back and forth. Who's wearing the pants here? And he says he's the one who said it. Or what? You want to go kiss somebody? And she says, yes, I do. Now we go on this big adventure, the kissing adventure. Do you think that was right? Do you think she should do it or what?
I think, sometimes you don't know what you're putting somebody through until you experience it firsthand. So as a married couple, I don't think you should have to play games like that. But, Jason isn't the most mature man, on the planet.
Right.
So I kind of understand Chardonnay. She has to go to his level for him to comprehend. And really, it's not sincere. It's not real sympathy, or what would you call it? It's not real because she's not really cheating on him. She's just doing it to get him back. You know what I mean?
Right. And tit for tat never works.
Exactly.
Love is not about you did this to me, so I do this to you. It's really about you did this to me, but I'm going to love you despite what you did to me. And I'm not going to treat you and hurt you the way you hurt me. That's love. Okay.
So is kissing considered cheating? Is what he did? Because Fallon just said she's not cheating. All he did was kiss Kelly, so he didn't cheat.
So then if he didn't cheat, then he shouldn't have a problem with her kissing somebody.
No.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. Because you're downplaying the kiss. If you're like, it's just kissing. Okay, cool. Then he should have no problem with Chardonnay going to plant her lips on somebody else.
He did was cheating because there was an emotional connection there. That's where I believe real cheating is, because if you're an actress, say Chardonnay was an actress and she was on set kissing somebody, it's not real. That's not considered cheating. And that's kind of what the kiss she did was. She just got up and kissed somebody. It wasn't, oh, I love you still. I still have all this passion for you and I have to get out. I'm going to kiss you. It wasn't like that.
Just the act of kissing. But what he did, it was an emotional kiss. It wasn't like he was with an Instagram groupie or anything. He was with
that's what
woman
makes
he had known for 20
That's
years.
what makes it worse when it's emotional. Would you rather have your woman cheat with somebody that she has no feelings for, or an ex that she still loves?
Somebody that she has no feelings for. No. With the ex, no.
You got it right.
Hold on. I want it with the ex because it's at least it's someone that she has history with. If it's somebody that she just meets, she wants
might
to move
leave
on.
you for that ex.
Right.
She gonna move on to the next dude. She gonna kiss Enrique or Eduardo or somebody and fall in love with a nice Latin dude out in Spain or something.
Yeah,
No,
you're doing too much.
I went off too far.
Too much. No, but I'm saying like in any relationship, like I give Tasha a little credit, just this much, by what she said, which is he has to know that you're real. He has to know that you mean what you say. Yeah. Now, should she have gone and kissed another dude as the way to show her husband that she is real about how she feels? No, but she should have done something, because just like you're like, why do girls do that? Why do guys always try to push the envelope and see how much they can get? They always try to say like, well, maybe I'll just do this. And if she takes me back, I know the line's right there. Yeah. Then let me do something else. If I push the line a little further, how much can I get away with?
I bet you now Jason will never kiss another woman.
Boom.
Ever again.
You don't think so?
No.
I hope he doesn't. You know, he shouldn't be in that situation to begin with. But I heard you say, what did you say about Tasha? Because she was actually Chardonnay. She seems like she doesn't want to do it, but she's sitting there with Tasha getting a kissing outfit. Come on, Tasha's instigating. She's that hater friend.
She is.
But that's nothing new. You know, Tasha's a flip-flop friend. She talks about that. She's Kelly's friend. She's Chardonnay's. I mean, she's not the best person to be getting this advice from.
And you got to understand where Tasha's coming from. She feels so much guilt and disgust with herself, I believe, that, you know, here she is looking crazy because she doesn't know who her baby daddy is. Of course she wants Chardonnay to look messy too. So she's not the only messy friend.
But to me, there lies the problem. Okay, Jason opened up the floodgates by kissing Kelly Pitts.
Right.
So then they start going back and forth, tit for tat, like as you say.
Right.
That made it even worse. So now you get around the hater friend who's like, yeah, you should go do this. Oh, you pucker up them lips. Let's go do that. That makes it even worse now. So why not be a woman? Okay, he messed up, or, you know, don't feel sorry for him. Don't give in. Talk to the man. Why listen to the hater friend? Why do women do that? Why are they the woman who don't even know who's her baby daddy? Why take advice from her?
Because their man is not a real man. When you can stand by a man who's a real man, who protects you and loves you and covers you, that you don't have to be hurt by the person that's supposed to protect you, then you don't have to play games. There's two people in a relationship. Two people need not to play games, and then you'll have a real relationship.
I see what you're saying, Fallon, but if something happened and you were asking, something happened in your relationship or whatever, and you were asking at Meg Scoop, see, I threw your two in there, for advice and all that, but Meg Scoop didn't even know who her baby daddy was. What makes you think that's good advice?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, this is not the friend she should be asking. She shouldn't. When you're in a marriage, you don't have more than two people in there. It's you and your spouse. No one else needs to know what's going on. And if you need some kind of help, you better get on a blog and ask for some anonymous help. Don't be talking to somebody who's messy like Tasha and think that you're going to get some good advice, because it's not going to happen.
I've noticed the difference between my married friends and my single friends. Out of my married friends, I've noticed none of the women speak badly about their husbands. And it recently dawned on me, I'm like, do they not go through problems? How come they're not calling my phone like, this is happening? They don't see anything. It's because when they get married, they become one. They have each other's back both ways. So if they do have problems, they keep it in-house. And that's the difference between boyfriend and girlfriend and being married. And that's what should be the difference between Kelly and Chardonnay. I mean, Jason Pitts and Chardonnay.
Wow. So let's fast forward the night. So we're in the club. Well, not me in the club.
Brandon, you thought that was deep, huh?
It's Fallon. We're glad to have you back, because all yours are deep. Usually I'm going back and forth with Ashley, who's not here, and Kevin John's not here also. But like I said, moving on into the club.
Well, hold on, before we go, I have a question for you. So what if your wife did that to you? And
you're gonna hit me with this?
I am. So what would you do if she was like, well, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna go kiss somebody, so you know how I feel? And you really were sorry. You really felt bad.
Sit at home crying, listening to Jodeci.
Jodeci.
No, if she wanted to do that, first of all, I wouldn't put myself in that situation to begin with. But if she did want to do that, I would honor that. Because
you would let her go kiss somebody.
If it's my wife, I really love this woman, like, and I messed up like that.
Eat it.
I would let her do whatever she wanted, and you have to eat it. I would say, guys who do dirt, you have to be ready to eat that whatever it is. For some guys, it's a bullet. For some guys, it's a bomb. For some guys, it's the atomic bomb.
Right. And I think Jason was willing to do that. He was like, okay, if she left. He didn't say anything. But, okay, just like Chardonnay was wrong for asking Tasha for advice, Jason was wrong for asking Boo and Kira.
Oh, so wrong. They just wanted to throw that scene in there. I'm going to put that out there right there.
I agree.
Because she had Kira trying to be the, you lie, you no good, lying, cheating thing. Like, her character doesn't work.
Did anybody, or was it just me, feel that Jason doesn't really respect women? I got that from this scene. I feel like because he did wrong, he wanted to go to a couple where he can feel justified, kind of like Tasha, and be like, oh, okay, well, she was sleeping with somebody else. Let me ask their advice. I feel like he was low-key throwing her under the bus.
Right, which is why Kira was like, we've moved on past that, Let's not talk about that.
No, because a guy wants to know, like, we really want to that if you know somebody's like kiss your girl or anything with your girl, that's a hard thing to.
But did he have to say all of that? Luca looks like he has a big penis face.
Yes, yeah. And that's Pitsy being Pitsy, but he wants Blue to respond a different way. And
why
Blue? Took the high ride.
What kind of advice can Blue give Jason Pitts?
Well, you can't go to Malik. You know what Malik is going to say.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I don't think Jason has enough married friends who have healthy relationships. So I guess he had to go to the relation. I mean, he can't go to Tasha. Tasha don't know who her baby daddy is. Like you said, he can't go to Malik. So really, who
go to TT?
So
TT ain't doing nothing, Jason. Go talk to him.
So married people are just supposed to hang out with all other.
No,
married
but when
people?
you're asking questions of somebody about
marriage,
right?
If I'm having a baby, I'm not gonna go to Megan. I love you, but what is it like to have a baby? Do you want a natural birth or a water birth?
I tell her I'm like, well, I watched on Lifetime. This is what I watched. Yeah, but I can't give her real advice. Yeah.
Lifetime's a pretty credible source.
It is, though. It is.
Okay, so they're in the club. She's about to kiss the first dude. I forget his name, but Tasha calls him over. He comes over there. She's ready to kiss him. Jason comes in.
Which, by the way, I like that he was white chocolate.
Why?
Because Kelly's white, so she's trying to go.
Sisters. Oh, see, tit for tat.
No, that's
tit for tat.
No, but that's what she was doing. She was doing tit for tat. So she had to get a white guy.
I didn't even notice that.
I did, because I was like, I wonder who she gonna kiss, because they were showing all the guys, and then they showed the white guy. I was like, see, there we go, tit for tat.
Okay, tit for tat. He comes in, stops her, whatever. And he gets down on one knee and pulls out the Kobe Bryant to Vanessa ring. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's real.
Okay, Tasha didn't want to. That's the only time where I think that Tasha gave some great advice, saying that she shouldn't do it, because I feel as though athletes, that's that part of that. I'm sorry, that last desperation attempt. I don't want to say athletes, people, guys in general. That last desperation attempt to get them back is that buy the car, the Birkin bag or something.
But with this said, I do respect Jason for saying, I want to give you the marriage, the wedding that I never was able to give you.
Right.
So to me, it wasn't so much about the ring. At first, I rolled my eyes when I saw the ring. But when he said about the wedding, I was like, okay, now he's really trying to step up his game and really reconcile with her.
But fellas, why does it take us kissing on another woman or doing some sort of dirt and almost losing her, this remarkable woman we're calling wifey, your wife? Why does it take something like that for us to come out of the woodworks with an extravagant wedding or something?
Yeah, why does
that is the number one question of the world. Why? That's like one of the main reasons why couples have issues, because a man always does something stupid. It's always the guy.
Why are you pointing at me?
It's always the guy, because you represent our guys today. Kevin's not here to represent the douchebag.
The douchebag,
yeah. So we got to point at you. No, but I'm saying a lot of times this is what happens. It's like a guy does something stupid, Then he has to pay for it because he's like, yeah, that really was stupid. I really shouldn't have done that. Now I got to try to get back in her good graces, get her to trust me again. Why did he just do that from jump? Why didn't he just give her the wedding from jump? Why?
Because he met her.
No, I'm saying after that, you knew you loved Chardonnay. So why after you eloped and you realized you loved her, why did it take you almost losing her to now say, oh, we should have a wedding that you never got to have?
But I mean, you two women look like relationship women. Don't things like little things like that have to happen during the relationship to like rekindle the flame or something? I don't know.
I agree.
If you keep your flame lit, you don't have to rekindle anything.
I agree. I think it's something about it's through the rough times and the hard times that, you know, that's when you really know you love somebody, when they mess up and you can look them in the eyes and be like, you know what? I love you so much. Even with all your faults, I'm still going to ride it out with you. That's when you know you really love someone.
And that's what he did, because he made that face when she grabbed the waiter. Chardonnay grabbed the waiter and she kissed him. And that was a pretty long kiss. If I was Pitsy, I would have jumped in and stepped in and be like, hey. But
do you think it was wrong for her to? Do you think it was wrong for her to go ahead and take the kiss, even though she had that ring and he apologized for real?
No, he had to. She had to.
She had to. What about you?
That wasn't tit for tat. But
I mean, I didn't think she was gonna kiss him. I thought she saw the ring and I thought she was just gonna put it on. I mean, I was sold, baby.
Tasha Mack, though. Yeah, the voice of Tasha Mack.
Tasha was on her right shoulder, like, girl, go and kiss him. Go and kiss him.
But I think that's good because it shows. I think that shows how strong Chardonnay is, because she could have just been like, okay, fine, ring, wonderful, yes, that's all I've ever wanted. But then she was like, no, you know what? You're not gonna do this. Yes, I want that ring, but you're not gonna do this again. Kiss, boom. All right, thank you.
He took it. Pitsy took it.
Right.
And now what?
And I give him credit, because after he kissed her, I mean, she kissed the waiter. I thought he was going to close the ring. And be like, because you know how cheap he is.
Right.
I thought he was going to be like, oh, you didn't have me waste all this money on this ring for you to kiss another man in front of my face.
Right.
I thought he was going to close it and walk away.
That could have went both ways.
That's why it was love, man. Jason loves Chardonnay.
Okay.
He loves her more than he loved Kelly.
So it's fair to say that that's love. Is that the strongest relationship of love?
What you just said, I disagree.
Why?
I don't think that he loves Chardonnay more than he loves Kelly. I think he's more matured and seasoned with everything he's been through with Kelly.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes, where he's at his
even
level,
though he's not where we want him to be. I think if this was his previous relationship, he would have closed it, went away, broke it off.
He wouldn't have brought that ring, honey.
Exactly.
He would have never paid.
Exactly.
He would have got a pawned ring.
So that's love.
That's love.
That's love.
He's grown up. Jason Pitts is definitely grown up.
So here's people that's playing love. I would like to say it's playing love, because we move on to this Blue and Kira thing, where Blue is in there getting dirty in the morning.
Oh, Lord. Wait. Before we go to that, make sure you go to iTunes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to go?
I mean, would you like to go to iTunes?
I love going to iTunes. You guys out there, we love seeing you rate, subscribe, comment, and it's unbelievable to know how many of you guys actually download iTunes. It's kind of, it gets me excited to come back and, converse with you guys. Even on YouTube, you guys are leaving comments. I see the views are going up and up, and it's nice to see, even when you call our co-host douchebags and other names, we still love y'all.
We still love you.
It's really nice to see you guys commenting back, and then you'll see other people commenting on other people's comments, and it's a great way to keep the conversation going, even when we're not on air.
Right. And so sometimes you guys also comment on our YouTube videos. And so I'm going to read a few, because we want you guys to comment. We want to know what you think about the recap. We want to know what you think about the game and the episode. So this is from Dawn, fan forever. And she's talking about last episode. She said, I don't think it's rap music that's messing up our youth. I think it's rappers and the culture that they create, the image that they portray, and the behavior that the media capitalizes. And this was in regards to the comment about Malik. It's saying that it was him being fatherless and him listening to rap music that made him such a womanizing man. So she didn't agree with that.
She's saying she's blaming it on the culture that rap creates.
No, she's saying that sometimes it's rap.
Sometimes it's the
rap.
Culture.
Yeah.
I know.
Don fan forever. We got you, girl.
I would also say, it's also the culture in the sports the sports arena. You know, you don't find a lot of athletes who are very open about respecting and loving women. It doesn't go hand in hand with macho-ness. You know, I think if there was more of an emphasis on, you know, being a cultured athlete and knowing how to treat a woman, open doors, to be monogamous, if that was more, you don't see that in blogs or on the news. You see the Kobe cheating on his wife in the news, not, you know,
right, but
whatever player that's, you know, being faithful to his wife. So I think it's not only the rap music that could maybe have, you know, a part in it. I think it's just the sports culture in general.
I think it's just the male-dominated culture. I'll say that.
Root.
Whatever. Anyway, how much of a male-dominated culture is it with Blue and Kira?
Yeah, he was dominating, all right. He was down there. Is this rated R? I mean, is this a PG-13 type of thing? I can say what I want. He was down there getting it in. Let's just say hashtag getting it in. Down there, you know.
Morning head.
Bam.
Wow,
Megan. Said it.
I'm just saying, like, you keep beating around the bush. Just
and they get into the conversation of, it's been some time now since he asked Kira to move in. Right. They agreed, but she still isn't moving in. She's ready to run up out of there, go do whatever she has to do in her bathroom. What's going on here?
I mean, it's kind of like they just got back together, so it is a little hasty for her to just say, even though she said, yes, let's move in, it's a great idea, but there's logistics behind that. First of all, they didn't even talk about where they're going to live. He just assumed we're going to stay in my place.
Because it's bigger, nicer, and it's
No,
the penthouse,
it's actually the same exact size as her place.
But it's higher up. That means it's close to the penthouse.
Okay, but she's got a better view, apparently. She said she has south-facing windows, so whatever.
Okay, but my thing is, they've already agreed. It's like a contract. You agree in principle before the contract gets printed out and you sign it. They've agreed in principle to move into together. Whoever together.
Okay.
But why? What's the hold up?
I think you can agree on something, but then when you sit back and you start thinking about it, right. I know as a woman, when a man asks you, you know, do you want to move in? You know, you got to think, okay, am I going to be another statistic? Are we going to be the 70% to 90% of people who live together for years that never get married? You know, as a woman, you want to feel you can be taken care of and that this man is not just going to use you, that he will want to marry you. So if the conversation never was, I want you to be my wife, you know, it kind of scares me. Okay, so you just want to move in together. Right. There's steps to take, and I feel like he jumped the gun.
And you see that? You remember that's what Kira asked? She's like, "Are we getting married?" And he's like, "No, I just want to move in together." So her head is already, "Are we getting married?" She's like, "Okay, so," and he's like, "No, we're just gonna move in."
And
so
you already see Brandon's wheels turning. Marriage is far left from moving in, and it shouldn't be like that. That's not how us women think. So that's why there's hesitation.
Wait a minute. Because he just asked her to move.
Okay, but you're saying just asked to move. So why can't they have? People think because you move in that things are going to get better. No, it gets harder because you're in one space. And if there's no long-term goal and commitment, then it makes it even tougher. You ain't got nowhere to run. When she gets sick of your funky, you know, smelling
draws
all hanging all over the place, or you know, you're having game night with, she ain't got nowhere to run. And especially as a female and being in LA or where are they? San Diego. She probably doesn't have a lot of family there or whatever the case may be. So where does she run?
And here's the thing that I don't understand. Blue, honey, you got the best setup right now. Your girlfriend lives downstairs.
Exactly.
You can go to her house. She can come to your house. You can be by yourself.
Exactly.
That's 405 traffic to get home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, he got the best of both worlds. Yeah. Leave it like that. Why would you mess that up and say, no, move up a floor and come to my house? Like, that doesn't make sense. She lives downstairs. That's the best setup that any couple could have ever asked for. You still got your own place, but you still can go to your boo's house.
But now it does make sense on why he would ask her to move in, because you hear what he said to Pitts. He was talking about how the first time he met her and, you know, she calmed him down and he's so happy he's with her. So it's obvious that he's not trying to make this into a statistic thing. He's trying to grow into marriage or whatever. So how is that a bad thing?
Okay, again,
did he ever say, "I see you as my wife"? No.
If he's getting to know her, then here's my question: what is the point of moving in together?
He likes spending time with her.
She lives downstairs.
And see, this is again a man not taking advantage, but. You know, they want to push you as far. Okay, let me move in, but I'm not gonna marry you.
Right.
Let me do like.
Hey.
But that's what he's doing. He's trying to push the envelope. How much?
That's pushing the envelope.
Like, cause a lot of guys don't want commitment. Not all of them, but a lot of them, especially young guys.
It's like. You know, you want commitment, but not the whole thing.
Right.
You know?
Like, I ain't gonna put all my eggs in this basket.
We're gonna live together like we're married, but I ain't really gonna commit to you all the way and marry you.
Right. And then here's the other thing that I think about this. It's like, you see their reasons are different for moving in. Blue obviously wants like 24/7 booty. Because he's willing to move to Kira's house.
Just for sex.
Exactly. When she tells him that she feels more sexually free at her place, he's all like, oh, you should have said that from jump. And you can see she's wanting more love, deep emotional connection, because as soon as he says, like, you know, when I thought about the reason I fell in love with her, all the stuff she did was, I like forgot about it. Then she was like, oh, I'll move in.
And you know what? This is where Jason should have stepped up. And he should have told Blue, you know, you should be getting married or thinking about marriage if you want to live with this woman.
Wow, I can't believe you two think you're so in sync right now.
This guy, true.
No.
Yes.
Why are we so in sync today? We're not always this
We're women.
No, I understand that, and I understand the sexual drive. Why he just wants. You think he wants 24-hour booty. He wants access to 24-hour booty that he really likes and loves. The guy's a first-round pick. He's the first pick of the draft. He can go get sex anywhere he wants to.
Correct.
Let's just put that out there right now. But he wants 24-hour booty from the girl that he loves.
And I give him credit. Okay, but if you really love somebody, you're going to step up and be like, let's talk about getting married. Let's get engaged. Let's get engaged and live together. And in a year, let's get married and see from now to a year where we are.
I don't know if I could live with a woman. I don't know if I can marry a woman without living with her first.
Okay, so why not propose to her?
Right.
Why not be engaged and live together?
In love with her.
Engaged, it's the same thing.
No, because engagement means that you have committed to this woman. A wedding is just the actual like outward. Hey, everyone, we're married.
This is the commitment between us.
Right. When you ask someone to marry you, you've already committed to this person. Yes. That's that. The rest of it is just formalities and legalities.
No. And see, that's what the problem is.
And that's the thing, because we got, even as a society, I got to say this about society, we got to stop looking at it like, oh, it's okay. Well, we'll just play house for a long time.
Because we're going to have a baby. Let's have a baby. And that's how we really show that we're committed to each other. And I feel like a lot of people are doing it backwards. They're having babies and then getting married. Not saying there's anything wrong with, but why isn't it, let's get married?
Yeah, what's so wrong
have baby. Why do we have to move in, baby, get married?
Are very afraid of saying, like, I don't want to be with the wrong person for the rest of my life, which is understandable. I get that, because marriage is forever and it's tough and no one wants to be miserable forever. I get that. But I don't think you truly get to know somebody just because you live with them. Mm-hmm. Do you get to know their habits? Yes, but habits aren't typically what break up a marriage. Him leaving his socks on the floor is not the reason why you hate his guts. Her using the bathroom with the door open ain't the reason why you hate her. You know what I'm saying? When people get divorced, that's not it. Those are little itty bitty things, but it's usually something deeper, a character issue. So then the question goes, why, how do you really get to know somebody? Honestly, you shouldn't have sex with them, because guess what? When you have sex with them, you're already like, let's do it, 24-hour sexathon. I love you, move in. Oh, I don't have a plan after that. I just wanted us to move in and have 24-hour sexathon. No, it's true. Blue don't have a plan after that.
You have to, you have to see what that person is like before you get engaged.
What do you think living upstairs? You can be at that person's house.
That's
all the
in this
time.
situation, but I'm saying, so you're saying in society we do this. In society, not everybody has the luxury of living upstairs from the girl that they really like. So before I ask to marry you, I have to know what it's like living with you first, because I'm not gonna ask you to marry me if we haven't already lived with each other. I'm like, she's kind of messy in the bathroom. She leaves her hair.
Okay, but is that a reason? But think about it. If there's a girl that you really love, before you ever even thought about marrying her, if you love her, you truly love her, like, this woman is awesome. I love what she represents. I love who she is. I love her heart. Her leaving her dirty clothes on a bathroom floor is not going to make you change it. That means you really didn't love her anyway, because you let a little flaw like that mask the feeling that you have for her, which means you really didn't love her.
That's not a flaw.
It's what I'm saying. Because, like, for me, if a dude leaves his clothes everywhere, it's going to drive me nuts. But if I truly love him, then I'll say, you know what, babe? Let's compromise on this. I'll clean your clothes up, but you do this for me. You know what I'm saying? That's love.
It's bigger than that.
You guys out there watching, we're in here going back and forth, but what do you think? Do you think that it was right for Blue to put the pressure on Kira to move in together? Do you think that's Blue, a man, really show? What do you?
He put the pressure on her.
Yes, because she was.
Oh my
he
gosh.
did. He's in the room in the bed. What are you talking about, Brandon? He was like, "Why you still haven't addressed that we're moving in together?"
Eating too much love candy over there.
What you mean?
He put the pressure on her. They agreed in principle. Both sides said, yes, we're going to do this.
And she's not rushing it. He is.
What do you mean?
Because he asks her, well, what's going on with us moving in together? You haven't done anything.
We agreed to move on. We agreed in principle. When are you going to come sign this contract? We need to tell the media.
No, you can't sign a contract till you put the stipulations in a contract. They don't have any stipulations yet.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
What is she
then
signing?
You don't agree then. You don't agree. But she did.
No, what I'm saying is she agreed to something but didn't work out the details.
And she
So now it's time for them to sit down and create a contract in using your metaphor, create a contract with stipulations. So we're moving where? What date are we moving in? What is this lease for? Do I need to split bills with you? Like, these are stuff you got to talk about if you're going to move in with somebody. They haven't done that.
Here's something they need to talk about. Are you going to reciprocate morning head? We're supposed to get married and we're supposed to do all that, and you selfish? I can't get a morning head?
They're getting married?
I mean, not married. No, I'm just saying. You want to get married and you want to move in down to your place and all this. You want me to reform as a man with the nicer house, the nicer place,
it's
and
not
have
nicer.
more money? Yes, it is.
It's not.
A penthouse, almost. They could shoot a Ciroc video up there if they wanted to.
No.
But I'm just saying, you can't reciprocate morning head.
That's just being very jealous.
Yeah,
I mean, being not jealous, being very what's the word of you're not sharing.
Selfish.
Selfish. There you go. Selfish. But that's not something that you would have to find out to live with somebody. Like, you would know if they're selfish or not. And then the question goes, well, Blue, why would you ask this girl to move in with you? You didn't even know if she was selfish like that or not. So you gonna live with that and her selfishness? Are you okay with living with that?
That's why you move in before you get engaged. You find all that out. You sign a 6-month lease, and you go by every 6 months. Can we work this thing out? Too many people getting caught in the leases out there.
Well, why don't we just
12
do
months.
that with marriages? Why don't we have 6-month contracts on marriages?
No, it's
every 6 months you
it's
renew.
forever. It's for the dandadas forever.
Right. Why can't you just renew it every 6 years? 6 months. Let's renew it.
Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about Yana and Malik. We got a pretty interesting. I don't even know if that's a good word to use for this storyline, but we've got an interesting storyline brewing up here. It starts off with them in a physical therapy session, which is going cool. And, Yana's complaining about how all her girls want her to go out now that she's single and stuff.
Right.
Y'all girls don't act like y'all don't want to go out and turn up and put on your new dresses after y'all break up and stuff.
That's what Malik was saying. Malik was like, that's what you're supposed to do. But some people don't want to do that. She's like, she's basically in a depression. I'm moping. I don't want to comb my hair. I just want to lay around. I don't want that kind of cheer up. I just want to be here by myself because I'm really broken up about it. So that's pretty typical. I mean, girl, go through the ice cream phase. Like, I just want to eat ice cream.
You're okay. You're nodding over there, Fallon. You agree? Right. Okay. So they agree in principle for Malik to be the wingman for the night.
Wrong answer. They're
gonna go out and to a lesbian club,
right?
And let Malik be the wingman. Why is it the wrong answer?
I don't think Malik is a good wingman.
I thought it was a nice gesture.
It was
to
a
be
nice
honest.
gesture. It
Like
was
he's
nice.
showing, I'm your friend.
Right.
You know, it kind of seems like she doesn't have that many friends.
Right.
If she has to, go to Malik and cry about her breakup, and
It's just a different perspective because remember she said all of her friends were saying how they wanted her to go out and go to this party or that party, but she, like you said, she wanted to mope. She wanted to be sad. So Malik, being the ultimate wingman that he is, they're in the club. They're pointing out different girls, and like you said, lesbian clubs aren't like that. I've never been to a lesbian club.
they're definitely not like that. There's not as many feminine women. There's a ratio of what you would call butch women, and then girls who kind of dress like guys, and then the feminine.
Because I feel like if there was a lot of like the way it was in this show, if there's a lot of lesbian women that look like that in the club, it would be a lot of dudes there.
Yeah, I'd be there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There'll be a lot of dudes who'll be like, "Yo, all the fine chicks is at this club." And usually
They showed a couple butch girls though. I saw a couple.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a couple with the little tattoo or whatever. Oh, girl. But so
Was it Phil laughing?
the first girl comes and approaches her. The thirsty chick she comes up to Yana, asks her to buy her a drink.
Right.
Okay, she says no, she don't want a drink. Then she, split second comes back. So let's leave up out of here. The thirsty me said, okay, time to go buy Malik. That girl was fine. That Asian girl was fine.
I know, but Yana said she wasn't into thirsty girls. Plus, Yana, I think, is the pursuer. She says that she doesn't like to be pursued.
They're lions. That's the part that gets me. It's because it's like the thrill of the chase when you're in the club. You just move through the Serengeti.
That's what the club is.
Yeah, it's like a jungle, and you crouch and you
Ladies
moving
beware. Brandon's on the prowl.
I'm so scared.
Brandon's going up. No, but we hate everyone. Pretty much hates the thirsty person in the club.
Right.
Hates it. So they're looking around. She points out another girl. She points out Tori. Tori walks over. She's thinking that Tori is hitting on Yana, but goes to find out this is the girl who has all the drama with our boy Malik.
That was a little surprise when I seen her. I was like, oh, she's back. And I think she's going to be back again. I think this is not the last time we're going to see her. And like I predicted before, I don't think Malik and her, the trainer, Yana, will ever be. But I think, what's her name again? Tori. I think Malik and her are going to. I think so.
I don't want to watch this show. If that happens, I'm not watching this show anymore.
So.
Well,
sorry, Kenny Smith. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll watch it. But no, I do not want him to get back with Tori. Tori messed up his life.
Yeah, but you know what?
She messed up his life.
She didn't mess. She had a bad relationship, and it was her ex who
which is
up.
her
Okay.
Essentially it's her drama.
It's her drama. This is true.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever drama is attached to you, there's the person who's bringing it to you. She brought that drama whether she wanted to bring it or not. That's unfortunately the baggage that she carries. And so I would be like Malik. I would be mad. I would dismiss her. Get out of here. Let's go. Don't talk to me. Whatever. You messed up my career. I cannot play football anymore.
I could not believe though her reaction, her response to Malik was something like you deserved it, or
and this is after trying to get back with him.
Exactly.
Like she was throwing advances out, but that's how women get. They throw the little advances out thinking they can get a guy back by, batting the eyelids and all that stuff. But then, he grabbed Tori. I mean, not he grabbed Tori.
Yana.
He grabbed Yana, and they were about to get up out of there. They're about to relocate themselves. But what? Here comes the drama. She had to say that one thing.
Right.
And then Yana turns around, and then, it comes into
boom shakalaka that face.
Ratchet. Come on.
I agree.
I don't see her character doing that.
I don't know.
You agree?
I agree. But when you go through a breakup, you have a lot of,
she has pent up anger in
anger,
her.
animosity. You want to get it out. And then you see somebody coming at
your homie,
wingman, your homie. He don't have his boys to protect him or do so. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to do something for you since you can't.
Fallon, you're saying that it's okay to fight. That's one thing you're doing right now.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying I can understand. She has a lot of anger built up. I don't think violence is the answer, but sometimes it is.
I don't think. Okay. Children, do not listen to this.
So does this make them closer? Does this officially make Malik her wingman that she
Right.
punched her out?
Right. Yeah,
Because what did he need protection for? That's a woman.
But no, but Malik can't hit Tori.
Exactly.
So
But it shows
his
that
homegirl can hit her.
Exactly. It shows that, okay, she has my back.
Which is what they say when they're in the kitchen. That she said, I have your back, you have mine. And he's wrapping her hand up, and that's when he finds out.
And this is what I don't understand. When we were all watching it together, I had shouted out, how did he not know this? How did he not know that she's had a boyfriend or boyfriends before?
Because she's probably never talked about
But
it.
the thing is that they've had sit-down discussions about his relationships, and he opened up, and I think it's a two-way conversation. If you open up to me about certain things, usually the other person, I'll open up back. So to me, there was a disconnect where he didn't know, unless she was purposely not trying to tell him. That way he wouldn't try to get with her.
No, I don't think that. I think she did tell him some stuff, but I think she was more, because from what I understand, Yana really loved her girlfriend. So when she would give advice, she would give advice from that relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was an organic conversation. If she's talking to him about his relationship, she would talk about her guy. And in this conversation, it's organic. And she talks about, I was my ex-boyfriend was a boxer. It was just organic. It just seemed that it just came up.
No, because I agree with Fallon, because it's a situation where you don't automatically assume as a guy, a girl was a lesbian from the jump. She just started liking girls from day one. So You're going to ask her, oh, well, was it abusive relationship or something? What turns you off to guys to where you like?
I will agree with you on that part, because I think every man is intrigued with a cute lesbian too. And I think that's probably some questions he would have asked her, in their sessions, so have you always liked girls? I think he would have already been in her business. But I mean, they clearly hadn't talked about that.
But it wasn't, and it set up the most bizarre Kanye rant of athletes right there. It was great. The cocky side of me loved it, because he was keeping it 100. And you women, you love guys. Well, you need to love guys who keep that absolutely 100. It's inevitable, baby. But we gonna hook up.
But see, that's not keeping it 100 to their friendship, and because they already established this friendship. But now that he knows that she's been with a man, then you gotta have sex with me too, that's not, to me, that's not real. That's his ego coming out saying, oh, you like men, then you have to like me.
Well, see, I will disagree with that point, only because Malik's experience is that every woman he's friends with, every woman he's come in contact with in a personal level has been a woman that he slept with.
Yeah, but the thing is,
but I'm saying, but if that is your experience and that is what you know to be true about yourself, every woman I come across, she'll let me hit. Eventually, she'll let me hit. So then you come up. No, don't. Exactly. I'm not going to give you 5 on that, because I don't agree with that. But that's what he's saying. And so I can get what he's like, oh, well, now it's a wrap, because we can't hang out, because I know what's going to happen. You're going to fall for my good looks and charm, and you're going to end up sleeping with me. And that's not going to happen, because I got to get back into football.
Bam. Hit it on the head right there. We can end the show right now just because of what she said.
Not that he said the only thing that's consistent is death, taxes, and sex with Malik. But in his situation, it's true.
Exactly, and he's not. That's not being chauvinistic.
He's never dealt with a woman who, from my understanding, who was his trainer, and that was a lesbian.
Well, no. But what I'm saying, he's dealt with a lot of women that he was just supposed to do business with Reese last season.
Okay, I agree.
Every season it's been a different woman who he was just supposed to be friends with, just supposed to be somebody that really touched him deeply, and then it went.
I can understand,
and in terms,
but I don't agree with him.
And when it comes to a personal trainer, regardless if they were friends or not, if had they not become friends or whatever, regardless if that's the situation, they're in constant contact with each other. He's rehabbing at least 4 to 5 times. Hold on, he's rehabbing at least 4 to 5 times a week for a very extensive point of time, like a long duration of time. So he's gonna, if she looks good, he's gonna test her. He's gonna do all that stuff before that.
But in her defense, as a trainer, when you have so many clients who are, I'm pretty sure he's not the only handsome male client she has, or, successful clients. So say she has 20 clients, and 15, 16 of them are good looking men. as a woman, you're not gonna. That's your business. You're not gonna taint it.
I know, but that's from her perspective. From Malik's perspective, it doesn't matter.
Okay, but
Malik, right?
I understand what Malik thinks, but from her perspective, she got so many other clients that she's not gonna.
And I think that's why she was so offended, and that's why she left.
And she knows that she needs him to help her career. Right. So if she ends up sleeping with him, then she loses her main client, and then
okay. But hold on, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. Let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real.
How many times has a woman known? Okay, I cannot sleep with this dude because I'm just his tutor. I'm just and I get money for tutoring him, or like we're cool. We're just business associates. He's helping get my business going. How many times does that happen and the woman ends up sleeping with the guy?
I don't know.
It happens a lot.
A million.
It happens a lot. That's what I'm saying. It happens a lot. There's very few especially in this industry.
But see, I wouldn't say very few because those are the stories that you hear. I'm pretty sure there's more instances where women don't fall into that because
not
they want to
keep. Though.
But how do you know?
No,
you don't hear about those other stories.
I'm telling
Just like
you,
the news. If you watch the news 24/7, you're gonna think there's always bad things going on. Right. But it's because they're not talking about the good things.
Right. But here's the thing: you can look and see in any industry that's male dominated how. If you're a woman, how you're treated and how a man treats you. He'll try to push the envelope with you in order to see what your boundaries are, right? Yeah. In any industry. And so, especially with athletes, when it comes to chicks that are just like, oh, she's my PR person, or oh, she's my, she just wants to help me with this. They'll try to push the boundary to see where you are. Once they push the boundary and they see like, okay, well, she's not playing. She really is one of those chicks that's like,
the business.
That's really about the business. Then it's like, okay, cool, I respect it. But most times when they push that boundary, the girls will be like, okay, fine.
But see, I don't see Yana as that. I don't see it.
I don't know. We'll see.
She walked away and said, you got a 11 a.m. training session tomorrow.
I don't know.
She walked away because she was hurt. She's falling for him now.
She was
you're not gonna punch Fallon. Come on now. You gonna punch some girl in the face for me? We been homegirls since college.
Yes, I would.
I mean, homegirls since college.
Of course, I would hit somebody in the club who disrespect. You think I want to do that for you, Brandon?
Thanks, Fallon.
Thanks, Fallon. I can't believe you would.
I don't know because initially.
Okay, so Brandon, you wouldn't punch a dude in the club who disrespected me.
No, he wouldn't.
I would.
No, he wouldn't.
I would.
Wow. Because he got a nice face. He don't want to mess up his face.
I'm gonna put him in the head. Well, you know what? Let's go into the news and the predictions. I'm sorry. Right. I want to know what y'all think about what's going on with everything.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So I think Yana is definitely going to end up with Malik, and they're going to do it, and it's going to end poorly. And I think Malik's going to get his heart broken by her.
Stop with the death stare. Why the death stare right now?
Because you're not going to have her back in the club.
I am. I said I would go rampage Jackson.
No, I have a career to worry about.
No, Brandon got me. We got each other.
Thank you.
We out here.
Girl, you better take extra backup with you. Don't
stop, Tasha. Don't take advice from Tasha now. What do you think is going to happen, Fallon?
I pray Yana does not fall for Malik. Please let Malik have a renewed mind and think of women differently. Let her be the one that says no.
Hopefully.
I hope that they fall for each other on like a love standpoint. I hope it's deep. A lot of stuff's going to happen.
Sisterly love.
No,
Right.
If a woman's going to fight for you, she's going to do all that. You kind of got to wife that.
No, because your sister will fight for you.
Exactly.
So no,
it's my sister.
Okay, but I'm saying you can still have a brotherly, sisterly relationship with somebody.
In terms of Blue and Kira, that's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out.
I don't even.
He's being too nice to her.
What?
Moving into her apartment, he's doing too much right now.
Yeah,
he's not getting that much back. So he's gonna feel like he's doing too much. I'm the first pick of the draft. You should watch.
You know what?
Watch.
Just because you said that, I hope he does get his feelings hurt because he needs to be brought down a notch.
Well, we see in the trailer for next week's show that Kelly Pitts is coming back. We saw Brittany talk about.
Who gonna help you be a good mom?
So smart. I hope she's gonna get mom. I can't wait for next week's episode. This has been AfterBuzz TV After Show for the season 7, episode 7 of the game.
There's only 3 more episodes left.
Only 3 more episodes. You only get 3 more episodes of us. Thank you guys for watching. We can't wait to see you next week.
Where do we find you?
You can. I messed that up. You
Go
can
ahead.
find me at Twitter at Culture and Athlete. BrandonLondonTV.com is the website. I can't believe I messed that up.
Yeah, you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at FitWithFallon and FitWithFallon.com. Brandon, you didn't mess that up. You saved the best for last, right?
I did say the best
You
for
did.
last.
You
I
did.
already threw that out. My bad, y'all. But I'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.